In a quiet German town surrounded by tall pine trees and long empty roads lived a young boy named Ludwig. His childhood was simple yet filled with a strange silence that wrapped itself around every house. The factories that once made the town lively had stopped working. The markets were slow. The people walked with tired faces and tired hearts. Every winter felt heavier than the last, and Ludwig often watched his parents sit near a small heater trying their best to make the room warm enough for the family. Those long nights shaped his thoughts. He was young, but he felt the weight of the world on his small shoulders. One night as the cold wind shook the windows, he told himself that he would grow up and change everything around him. He would not allow the people he loved to live in darkness forever. Ludwig spent most of his days collecting old radios, broken machines, and metal pieces that others simply threw away. He did not play like other boys. He preferred sitting near a small wooden table and opening every machine to see how it worked. His fingers moved fast. His mind moved even faster. People in the neighborhood began calling him the boy who could fix anything because every broken object that reached his hands returned working better than before. But Ludwig did not want to only fix machines. Deep inside he wanted to fix the sadness that lived in the hearts of the people around him. When he turned 16, he earned a small job repairing lights in the town. He saved every coin, kept every extra moment for learning, and studied late every night. His books were old and the pages were torn, but his dreams were stronger than any difficulty he faced. 1 year later, an unexpected letter arrived. It was an acceptance letter with a scholarship to one of the best engineering schools in the country. Ludwig could hardly breathe. He felt the world opening for him, and he packed his small bag ready to chase the life he had imagined many years ago. When he reached the city every tea. Instead of selling his invention to big companies, Ludwig made a different choice. He wanted the poor and forgotten villages to be the first to benefit. He traveled from one region to another carrying his device in a small bag, teaching people how to build it, train it, and use it. In villages where nights were once silent, lights began to shine again. Children could study without fear of darkness. Families could run small shops. Workers could continue their craft. Slowly hope started spreading through places that had been ignored for years. Ludwig's name reached every corner of Germany. He became known not for fame but for the warmth he brought into the lives of ordinary people. His work grew. He built centers that trained young engineers. He encouraged inventions that came from the heart, not from the desire for money. He believed that real progress begins when one person decides to stand up and take responsibility for others. Years passed and the same town where Ludwig was born began to transform. The factories reopened. The streets grew lively again. People walked with confidence. Some nights Ludwig would return home and stand outside the house where it all began. He would look at the lights glowing through the windows and remember the freezing winters of his childhood. He did not change the world alone, but he became the spark that reminded everyone that even the darkest places can shine again. Germany celebrated Ludwig as a hero of hope. But in his heart he remained the same quiet boy who once sat near a table repairing broken pieces. He always believed that everything in the world can be rebuilt, whether it is a machine, a town, or the human spirit. His story became a reminder that greatness does not come from wealth or power. It comes from the simple decision to help others even when life feels heavy. And sometimes one brave person is enough to bring light into a world that has forgotten how to shine.